Greetings, I'm Liz.
And I am Scandal.
And let's listen to the world's best DJ together.
Honestly, this has been super entertaining to listen to, and I'm kind of like, this seems like an interesting setup for something. But what it is, I have no freaking idea. All right, but fashion has always been my passion.
Yeah, we've discovered that Byrne has a passion for fashion, so perhaps your good friend was being genuine, going, you are such a freaking fashionista. I can't even stand it. You always look good and you're always dressed well.
Which is not a bad thing, nor necessarily like something to, like, I know some people really go after going, like, it seems like it's a really shallow thing. And while I've been culturally involved with that, I feel like also a lot of that is aimed at, like, aggressively, basically, like, body shaming, and also a lot of, like, control of going, women should never either be friends, or basically support each other.
See, I was going to go a different direction.
Really?
I was going to go basically aimed at you're shallow because, you know, essentially you're all vain and vanity about what you look like.
About your appearance.
All you care about is what things look like. But yeah, in the reference to if your friend looks really good and you feel intimidated by it, it's this idea that women are always competing with each other.
Right?
Agreed, yes.
Yeah. Plus also, like, at least for me, what I always saw was, like, there's not a lot of people who are ever told going, like, your friend is good at doing the fashion, why not ask your friend for help, too, if you think that that's something you would like to do. Right. But also, like, in that way of going, like, if you're, though, having a personal issue with yourself, like, taking it out in that way on your friend, like, acknowledging I'm upset about that is a good thing. But also, and then going, like, why am I upset, though? My friend literally isn't trying to hurt me. They are my goddamn friend.
I'd say, or this experience of being self-aware, sort of that mindful self-aware kind of thing.
Right.
Of going, I am hurting myself by using my friend.
Right.
I am using my friend to hurt me, going, look at how good they look. And, you know, shoving it down on myself. And just be good to yourself and also be good to your friends. Like, like people need to support each other, but girls should support girls. Women support women.
Right?
All right?
We definitely get tired of that trope.
All right.
For sure. And at this party, everyone is dressed so well. Perhaps it will inspire other people if I share it on my blog. I look at my phone again, but Daddy still hasn't texted me back.
Why are we waiting for Daddy to text us back? What is this piece?
I know.
Like, the whole... He's texting
There's my missing dragons. My parents have never called me back.
I know, right? Oh my God, my parents. But it's also like, what are we waiting for? Because I didn't connect to in the text what we're waiting for him to text us back about, other than perhaps I got on the subway. You should text me because our call ended. I guess. But it's like our call ended. So anyway, Daddy hasn't still texted me back. Byrne, you're very worried about your daddy. Your daddy must text you back. But Daddy, why haven't you texted me back? Daddy. I need to lie to you about, except for really just be like only half-truth about what I'm doing.
I was like, again,
which a half-truth is a lie if you're doing it deliberately. But a lot of people describe their evening that way anyways when they're not even intentionally lying. Right? Like, yeah, I'm going to meet so-and-so and we're going to hang out with some friends. Right? What they mean is, I'm going to a giant-ass party with this person. Right? It's not really important in the details, so in this case, it's only a lie because of her motive.
There's also, again, going, like, what is your culture like? There's kind of that thing of going, like, if your dad's just like, I expect you to go have fun or do whatever the heck you want kind of thing, or being like, I'm fine, I'm confident. Again, I don't know what the relationship is like between Byrne, in this case, and Daddy.
And Daddy.
All
right, here we go.
Still to say, I wonder who we met today. My smartphone chimes loudly.
I can hear it over the world's best DJ.
Ooh, it's Sebastian, Daddy's assistant.
Okay. Hello, Byrne. Hi, Byrne. I just wanted to let you know that someone stole your father's bag.
Oh, no. They actually follow up with stuff like this.
I was just
interesting.
Hey, so he doesn't have his phone. So Sebastian's going to let you know that Daddy hasn't texted you back because he doesn't have his phone. So if Asmodeus hasn't texted you back, someone stole his bag.
Honestly, I haven't seen the convention of somebody stole my phone for a while.
No, that's interesting.
That used to be, like, popular in regards to, I think, like 90s movies or something?
Honestly,
like years ago.
I have not seen a lot of I lost my phone, broke my phone, or stole my phone, which happens in real life.
A lot.
But it doesn't happen in stories very often, which I think is interesting.
Though honestly, I will also say at the same time too, there are also a lot of really nice people who are like, hey, I found this phone, and they turn it in.
They really do. Like, they're just like, I found a phone, I'll turn it into whatever lost and found there is.
Right? And I think that's one of those things that is really interesting and sometimes very difficult for some people, though, to comprehend, where it's just like, yeah, but so many people steal phones, and it's like, yes, because sometimes, as my friend and I have also talked about, there's literally a line of going like, if I just had an extra $200 this month, and most smartphones, even though they depreciate in value really fast, like you want to talk about something where everybody goes, they're necessary and you have to have them and you're always
you can
supposed
hawk
to update
them for
them.
about $50 to $70, no problem.
Right?
And I was to say, and if it's a nicer phone, even more.
Right.
But the thing is that money can make a really big difference for some people. Or some people could just go, I have no connection to the fact that this is someone's phone. It's just a resource.
Right?
On the other hand, having connection to the fact that a lot of people's whole lives are in
Or in
their
those
phone
phones?
with very little backup. Like they don't have those phone numbers stored anywhere else. They don't have
Right.
those text messages stored
Anywhere
anywhere else.
else.
Sometimes they don't even have their email other places. Their phone is their whole computer.
Yep.
They have no other computer or support. And so
Ugh.
those phones, returning them, can be incredibly valuable to someone.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So someone stole your father's
father's bag.
bag. We've reported it to the police, and now we're on our way to the embassy. On the way to the embassy. Call me if you need to get in touch with your father.
Why do you need to go to the embassy?
I don't know.
Actually, I'm like, hang on. I thought we were there. He was there at an exhibit. He was
Uh-huh.
doing an exhibition
Uh-huh.
for his art. And now you're going to the embassy because you had your phone stolen?
Because you had your bag stolen. I was just saying.
I mean, I can
didn't
see
think
it maybe in the
embassy-
case.
Does the embassy handle all theft?
I don't think so, no. I think
Or maybe you're going to the embassy because you no longer have your passport on you. So when I was chit-chatting,
Oh,
it's important
yeah.
to have your passport
That's what
on
on
you
you at all
100% of the time.
Yep.
So perhaps if his passport was in his bag, you're going to the embassy because I can't prove I'm legit if anyone asks.
Right.
Until I get my bag back.
Right, which is
So that
actually
one.
a really important thing in regards to
That would be
international
valuable
travel.
to say though, because if you haven't done international travel or if you don't know anything about passports, going, why are they going to the embassy? Or you
Or-
may have no connection to ask that at all.
Or
Just go,
again,
that's what they're
natural
doing.
process. If we don't know, it's also very possible that Burton doesn't know either.
Right.
So honestly, having your character in this moment actually ask, it's a fairly reasonable question because it is something that, unless you've been traveling internationally,
Right.
you usually don't actually directly know.
Except for a character isn't going to get to ask.
Oh, that's awful. But thanks, Sebastian. I hope you find Daddy's bag.
We hope so too. Thank you, Bern.
I was going to ask Daddy, through Sebastian, about the special guy he met today, but someone suddenly sits next to me.
As I'm perched on the arm of the chair with
Try
my
to be-
feet tucked
try
up,
not
they're
to fall
balancing
precariously,
while
like
I
a little
tap on my-
vulture.
While I tap on my phone, someone sits down next to me, bumps with their elbow, and I fall into their lap. I fall into the pool.
I go down the lazy river. I take a peek at him. It's Jonathan.
Whoever that
He's one of
is.
the most popular seniors in Silver Palace University.
Okay, so again, we're doing character building here with Bern, or with your MC.
Right.
Because the fact that she cares, not that I know him or I've met him, just he's popular.
Right.
Is this very much crowd mentality. It falls in with that same character building piece of she listens to Daddy, she
Yep.
listens to her friend,
Yep.
she's trying to build independence, but independence means following what other people say outside
Right.
of her family instead of inside of her family.
Right,
That
there's-
she's very much basically like she's extremely susceptible to other people's opinions and very much
Yes.
is interested or cares what other people think.
Yes.
And not necessarily in a self-aware kind of way, just in a, they know things I don't know, so I'll do things.
Which shockingly is actually sometimes a thing that not a lot of readers will pick up, and sometimes they'll be like, oh my god, this person is just so shallow. And sometimes when you've had a lot of exposure, you've had a lot of experience, you start realizing what the author was doing was going like, they were literally just saying that they were extremely influenced by people and the idea of people around them going, oh, you're popular? I should know that.
Yes, or you're popular, that means you're important.
Right.
And if you're important, then I should pay attention to
And
you.
that is actually a thing that people in real life suffer from all the time.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're a Hollywood movie star. You're not a person.
Uh-huh.
You're a Hollywood movie
You're a
star.
concept.
Right, you're a concept. You're an idea. You're this thing on this pedestal. You're this weird, far-off thing that I should be subservient to because that's what that means.
Or I should try and basically be like you.
Or get
Sometimes-
something from it,
yeah, I was gonna
too,
say, sometimes people look at the popular or valuable person and the idea is that you have succeeded where I have not, so I want
Right.
to get what you have.
Even though I necessarily, the thing I love about that sometimes some people really genuinely aren't even trying to get anywhere where that popular person is
Yeah.
from, and you go, I need to try to have that, and you're like, why? You don't even want that.
Right,
That's
exactly.
something you've never even thought
I
about
say they don't
before.
really want popular, they want to feel more successful in themselves.
Right.
And they aren't thinking about, again, they're not aware of why they're going after this person.
Right.
But they're going, that person is successful and I want success. Not that person is these specific successful things that I may not have any interest in.
Right.
It's just the blanket overarching of success
Yes.
in their current opinion of their life seems better than mine.
Right, it has to be because they're popular.
Because
whatever
they're
the heck that is.
word popular. So
Right.
he sits down next to you and then he says, do you mind if I sit here?
Right.
Hey, do you mind if I sit here?
No, I don't mind.
Teetering precariously.
Oh, gee, Kayla wouldn't believe me if I said Jonathan wants to sit next to me.
Or just happen to already be sitting next to you.
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil, Kayla. I heard you. Think of me in your mind. I am here.
Hello. I've got a huge
I
crush
might-
on you
know
forever,
what?
but, you know.
I heard you say I wouldn't believe you, so I came to see the empirical proof. That way, I don't have to doubt my good friend.
Why would I ever want to doubt
Why?
my good
I have
friend?
no interest in doubting you, even if it sounds unbelievable.
Ah!
I'd rather just see the UFO with you. It's fine.
Aha.
All right.
I see Kayla coming in my direction. I wave at her, giving her a signal to leave us alone. Jonathan looks at us really funny, like, what the fuck
What
are
are
you
you
doing?
flapping your hand about, huh?
Huh? What? I'm also like, you guys have a signal to be left alone. Most people, especially if they've never been exposed to situations like this, have no signal, and other people are just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Also, that I was gonna say, based on the character ability we've had so far, that sounds a little bit wild. On the other hand, it's not a signal to be left alone so much as I do a gesture, hoping she'll understand
That it's
to
a
leave us
signal.
alone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Which would make sense from a first person's perspective, where you're expecting that this is a signal to leave us alone, and the other person's like, what are you doing? And the people around you are like,
I'm not
you're
good
just
at reading facial cues.
right?
Right.
Exactly like
that's,
that.
that's one of those things to be aware of. In this case, in language, giving her a signal, basically trying to signal her or trying to let her know. Unless it's an established thing, trying is an important piece of it.
Right.
All right?
So again, like I said, from a first person's perspective, that person going, I give her the signal. Like, this is totally what this means. Like, you can be in someone's head from a first person's
It's
perspective.
true. And they're like, that's what I'm doing.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
okay,
that's what
can
I
see
was
that.
talking about for sure. Like, and that doesn't mean that the narrator is reliable, like that it actually was a signal.
Oh, right,
that
right.
meant
But
that.
that's what
Yes.
they feel and think it is.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Beyond that, though, I'm just like, there's hundreds of people here.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow you're going to be alone, or no one else is talking to you.
Right.
The most popular guy in school.
I could swear I see Kayla gasping in surprise. Gasping.
I see the gasp.
No, multiple gasps.
Right,
Gasping
gasping.
so hard. Like, okay, so the thing is, like, a gasp in surprise.
It's
like,
Imagine Dragons gasp.
it kind of is.
Radioactive gasp. All right, here we go.
Surprised to see us. She gives me an okay sign and winks at me. She's like, and in other countries, this sign is incredibly offensive as fuck, by the way.
That's okay. Maybe the okay sign is a different sign in another
Oh,
country.
I know they are actually sometimes different.
Yeah,
have to
because
do
you have
them.
the same. It means the thing that your hand signal means, but it's a different shape, different
Yes,
hand signal.
or
in
a
the way
different
that
direction.
American Sign Language isn't all sign language, and there are sign languages in other languages.
It's true.
Though they're not considered the standard.
Right?
All right. Gives me a sign, winks at me. Are you okay?
Like, what the fuck was
Like,
that? What? Yeah, I'm okay.
sorry, you just seem to like spasm and twitch everywhere. What was? Wow.
I speak American Sign Language.
Really? With your face? Like
Yes.
you speak it?
Uh-huh.
Fascinating.
They tend to have a combination between hand symbols and also mouthing thingies.
Are you sure that's
Yeah.
not lip reading? I believe you.
All right. I'm popular. He
He
didn't see me and Kayla sending each other signals, did he?
said you could have literally
Send
just
me-
texted her because you were
I
holding your phone in your hand.
know, it's fine.
Immediately stares at Kayla pleadingly, texts frantically. Kayla, phone goes off, pulls phone out, looks at you, looks at phone,
Looks at you, looks at the phone. On your phone, on her phone, it says, you didn't realize you key smashed.
Key smash, butt, and pool, and whatever your last three words are, including Daddy, come home. Or Daddy, not my aunt.
That's so bad.
All right. So you're Byrne, aren't you?
How does he know my name?
Well,
OMG.
well, you see.
OMG.
He probably asked it before he came and sat
Whiz.
down next to you.
Willikers.
Because he was intending to hit on you because you looked gullible and fashionable.
Maybe.
And both of those things together are desirable.
Clearly.
All right, ask him. It doesn't really matter.
It
I don't know.
Okay, so
you
speaking of, Byrne would ask why.
Okay, I say
Because Byrne is insecure and also needs the validation of the opinions of the people around her. If she cares, again, so that thing about character development, I understand for a lot of people this can be really frustrating, but again, it can show someone who is potentially really naive, hasn't been exposed to a lot of culture, or the culture they've been exposed to is extremely controlling and tells them what to do.
Right.
So again, her asking him would make total fucking sense to me.
I want context for this thing so I know what else to do
Right, okay, I did a good thing or did I do a bad thing? I need to know.
Right, which one is it?
Right, so
ask
I
it.
like genuinely asking, how do you know my name?
Who doesn't? You just wear amazing clothes all the time. Nobody can walk through the halls without seeing you. Sometimes it's a little like an eyesore, but still a hot eyesore, so I'm for it.
And also in a lot of cases, sometimes I actually feel really bad for people who have this. I know myself, I sometimes really can have this sort of mentality where you care so much about other people's opinions because you're so used to everybody invading on your space and invading on your time
You
and
assume
telling you what to do.
their opinion's going to be enforced upon you whether you want to or not.
Right.
So you try and be aware.
Even if it's just a self-defense mechanism of going like, what do I need to be expected to be doing?
Or to
Which is the thing
knowing.
that I've had, like I said, problems with sometimes because like, so how I grew up was in a conservative Christian / Mormon household when I was, I was born and raised this thing where a lot of people, like other people's opinions mattered so much. Even if those people were incredibly unhappy when you actually found out what was going on, like everyone cared so much about what everybody else thought or felt or, just like what,
The opinions of everyone around you is one of the most important
it
things.
dictated your day-to-day life like crazy.
So I remember my friend talking about this quite a bit when we were when we were sharing backstories when we got to that point in our friendship and
we
just being
unlocked
like,
it.
yes, when it was unlocked, and it's just being this experience of going, when I was raised, the only thing that mattered was essentially the optics of everybody else's experience.
Right, and you had to always else have like even a certain look. Like there was a thing, so I always crack this joke, but I'm not kidding. When I talk to my friend, I'm going like, I bet you that person's Mormon.
Oh,
and
no.
then I find out, and my friend's like, holy shit, Dad, I was just like, that person is obviously Mormon.
So some people have a gaydar, my friend has a Mormondar.
It's
right there.
so
there's-
weird.
They will just be walking and suddenly be like, that's a Mormon. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then more signals and then eventually if we either watch or talk to that person, it's like, oh, they are.
Or even sometimes for me, what made me laugh of going like, at least they had a history being Mormon.
Of being Mormon.
Because there's a weird thing that once you've been in that crowd for so long, or at least when I was, because I've totally left. I got myself excommunicated. I am fucking done with that
Bye.
shit. But what happened is that there's even a weird appearance thing that seems to go along with it. There's a term of the way that there's a lot of walking or talking, and even a clothing style, and almost an appearance style.
Like a way of tailoring yourself.
Right. It's
and
really
a bearing,
interesting.
if you will.
Yeah.
Anyway, who doesn't? You're the daughter of a popular artist.
I can't even...
Some popular artist
Who knows?
over there does a
Something.
kind of art.
I guess.
I think so. But he's popular, and
It's
I'm
bad.
popular. Don't you know that all the popular people know each other? Just all vampires know each other. Just all the dragons know each other. Just every nerd knows each other. Oh wait, is that how that works? I'm a little drunk.
Isn't that a
How are
little bit
you?
racist?
Speciesist? It's something.
I...
Wait, do all white people know each other? I think they do.
Oh, I see. I blush in disappointment.
You only know me because of my dad.
Dad.
Honestly, knowing your dad doesn't make them know your name at
At all.
Just so you know. But that is her interpretation.
I'm also
I
you
myself.
couldn't remember your dad or what your dad's position was or what kind of artist he was. He knew you though. That's ridiculous.
On the
I'm
other
like,
hand-
that's also though such an indication of going this person's big and important. I know that, and you're tied to them, and I can use that as leverage to talk to you.
I guess
God,
that, yeah.
I love that of so many people going. That's a way to get in and have a conversation with you, even though. In some ways, it's incredibly thoughtless because all I know is your dad's famous.
I just say, and the thing is she's actually interpreted this in reverse, and I actually feel like that's consistent with her being super naive and caring about what other people think.
Absolutely.
Of him going, I actually found out basically or understood who your dad was to then know your name to then have an answer for this question.
Right.
And you're going, but he didn't care about me specifically, and I didn't do anything, only my dad did. But I'm like, again, if you know Mick Jagger, it doesn't mean you know any of his kids at all. Or of him at all.
Yep.
One of them could be in your high school. You have no idea.
You really don't. I've actually always laughed sometimes where I hear stories about people going so there was this famous basically actor and I found out a cousin or or a relative or something, like one of their kids or something. I had no idea they went to the school that I did. And it was so funny to read those stories of people like, I just had no damn idea.
That this
And then
person
you
was
also
like,
just look at them and
I
they were
know.
like, they were such shits. And I'm like, okay, so one problem I have is, again, the glorification basically of people who are in charge of popular shit. And it's something that, like, if you can learn the lesson that people are just fucking people, you will be able to stand on your own 2 feet much easier. Do not bow to people like that.
Yes.
There is no reason for you to do so. Like,
I say-
respecting people is a thing,
Oh.
but, like, I think, like, initially, but just going, like,
But going, you're more important than
Then
me
I-
because you have basically more social
Influence?
success in
Yeah.
a way I recognize.
right?
And it is specifically in a way you recognize.
Oh, God,
Because you
yeah.
can literally know someone who is basically a world-renowned model train builder.
Right.
But you don't care about that, or you're not aware of that circle, or the fact that there even is a world-renowned model train builder.
Right.
Like, at all. You may have no idea that miniature dioramas of train sets are an epic, level artistic,
Right.
excursion. And so that doesn't mean anything to you
Yep.
if you see him walking around in the real world and going, man, he just doesn't have the greatest conversation skills or isn't what I consider to be socially, visually valuable.
Right.
But in his arena, people are like, holy shit, can I talk to you? Oh my God, you're my idol.
Right?
And so it's a
Be aware of your biases.
it's be aware of your biases, but also be aware of your access. If you're going, that person's socially valuable, think about why and why you're connecting to it.
Right?
Anyway, it's a really valuable thing. I'd
Yes.
like to rant about it at some point, but we are out of time.
And that's totally okay. If you like what we do, please feel free to join us next time.
Yes.
So like, comment, and subscribe. Also, feel free to share our videos with maybe somebody that you think might have a good time with us.
Yes.
Also, if you want to actually support us more directly, which would be super cool, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We've got a link in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies, and it was great playing with you. Bye.